inventor of the Indian cello and performed Indian classical music on this instrument. Music is supposed to connect people from all over this beautiful planet. And this beautiful planet is really worth preserving. Let's work together and stop climate change.
Hello, my name is Shubhendra Rao. I'm an Indian classical musician and play the instrument the sitar. Delhi is my home. Travel around the world with my music which I find to be very closely related to nature. We have been given this beautiful earth that we live in. Let's make sure that the generations to come live peacefully and coexist beautifully with nature.
Hi, I'm Walt Thiessen, host of the LOA Today podcast. When most people think about meditating for peace, they think about putting out thoughts to areas of the world where there is conflict. That's all well and good. But I also think it's important to understand and realize what actually causes peace. To quote the old song, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me." Why does peace have to begin with me? This point doesn't get a lot of attention, but it's actually the crux of the whole issue. Unless we are at peace with ourselves, we really can do nothing to project peace to the world. We have to have something to give before we can give it. If we aren't at peace internally, we have no peace to give. So, what does it mean to be at peace internally? Well, it means that our minds and our hearts are in sync, that they're interconnected and cohesive to each other, that they beat as one, so to speak. It means that our hearts and minds are in agreement with each other, not at odds with each other. And how does that work? Well, it works like this. Whatever you call the creative power of all things, whether you call it God or spirit or source energy or higher power or inner being or whatever, that ultimate creative power resides within each and every one of us in our hearts. Even more importantly, contrary to what some religions teach, that creative power is completely non-judgmental. The love that creative power expresses to and through us is constant and unwavering, no matter what we do in our lives. So, how do we know whether we're in sync with that source energy, that higher power? Well, we have a fantastic built-in barometer that tells us instantly whether we're in sync between our hearts and our minds. That barometer is our feelings. It's how we feel. When we feel great, we're totally in sync. When we feel good, we're mostly in sync. When we feel bored or indifferent, we're partly in sync. When we feel irritated or frustrated, well, we're still a little bit in sync. And when we feel angry, raging, or depressed, or other really awful feelings, well, we're barely in sync at all. But even so, we are still in sync just a little bit. So this is the ultimate answer to the question we asked earlier. What does it mean to be at peace internally? It means that we feel great, or at least as good as we can get ourselves to feel in that moment, with the goal that we be so deeply in sync with our inner being, our higher creative power, that all we feel is exhilarating love, joy, appreciation, and bliss. Now, here's the challenge. We don't always feel that way, do we? That's okay. We're human. We're not expected to be perfect. Our only job is to feel better, not to feel perfect. So, take a moment to join me in feeling better without worrying about feeling perfect. I've crafted the following meditation in order to help us all improve how we feel in this moment so that we can be beacons of peace to the world, not just now, but every moment of every day of our lives. I join my heart to my mind and my mind to my heart. They are now as one. My heart beats to what my mind focuses upon, and my mind focuses upon what my heart beats to. I feel my heart, and I feel my breathing. I breathe slowly in and slowly out. Slowly in and slowly out. And as I breathe slowly in and slowly out, over and over again, I celebrate the increase of good feeling that is now beginning to well up in my heart and in my mind. And as my good feeling increases, I allow myself to wallow in it for a moment, to really feel it and celebrate it and appreciate that wonderful feeling of inner peace that now grows within me. It starts as a small glow inside, then expands further and further out from me until it is shining from me in all directions. And I realize, as I feel and experience this, that I am now becoming a beacon of peace. Now, I am aware of situations in the world right now where people are not at peace with themselves or with each other. And I imagine such people noticing this beacon of peace that I am sending out to the world. It distracts their attention for a moment, and they pause to give notice to it. In taking a moment, just as I am doing now, to just slow down for that moment, they take a breath, and I imagine that they suddenly remember that life isn't solely about conflict. In my imagination, I can actually feel their surprise at this revelation, that life is about resolving conflict as well. There's even a small piece inside of them that remembers that life is supposed and meant to be good and whole and wonderful. I imagine these persons feeling deep down the realization that life can be better than what they've been experiencing lately, as a warm wave of tranquility unexpectedly flows through them. And they remember suddenly that life only gets better when they themselves decide to refocus their attention on their lives getting better. And I imagine them turning to their leaders with one unified voice, telling their leaders it's time to find a way to stop the conflict and to start embracing peace. And I imagine their leaders astonished that their followers have turned to them as one voice that declares, enough, enough already. And there is one follower in particular who is astonished to hear a song in his head that sings, "Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me."
All peace is created from within. All peace is created via inspiration of those who are stuck in the matrix of fear and judgment, finally breaking free from that prison. All peace is derived from an expanding collective vibration of peace, of appreciation of all that is, without fear or judgment. Appreciating all that is the perspective of Source. We as Source are not a judgmental entity. We are not looking at your world as right or wrong. we are viewing in the deepest appreciation the expansion that is offered in your environment by the discernment of preference by you for the things that you appreciate, the things that you enjoy. And we see your obstacles, even those with whom you disagree or perhaps do not understand, as tools for expansion, offering up an opportunity for you to expand your being, becoming a more elegant, more sophisticated version of you, in your discovery of appreciation of that which your matrix, the collective consciousness of humanity, teaches you not to appreciate. You see, all peace starts from within. And as part of the collective, your peaceful appreciation of all that is radiates out into infinity, creating a vibration of peace, a vibration of love, a vibration of deep understanding, and thus deep appreciation. As you quiet your mind and breathe deeply and absorb these words, giving them power, because all power comes from within, you become a more peaceful being. And your contribution to the collective consciousness of humanity, of the earth environment, and of all creation eternally is immeasurable. The very best that you have to offer your fellow beings in the earth environment, in the universe, is the very best version of you. The high vibration, loving yourself first, loving all that is, void of fear and judgment, peaceful, appreciative, loving version of you that is always there. It exists eternally. Experiencing that version of you is something that is always available. Just a few breaths, a few points of appreciation, perhaps even just a quiet mind away. For your source being never forsakes you and never leaves you. We flow through all creation. We are flowing through and to you always. We are always with you, loving you, appreciating you, guiding you to love and appreciation for yourself. In this moment that you are immersed in our words, that you are allowing the vibration of this arrangement to flow through you, while you are appreciating the breath that you draw. You are one with the universe. You are source. You are a peaceful being. And you are sending that out into infinity. And all of humanity, whether they are choosing to receive it or not, are benefiting from your contribution to the collective nonetheless. regardless of what the matrix shows you. Be the loving, caring, at ease individual that you know you can be, that you want to be. And when you slip out of this vibration from time to time, appreciate that. Appreciate the fact that you are on this magnificent vibrational journey in this incredible earth environment that you are a co-creator of, imperfect by design, but expanding at all times, morphing into a more elegant and sophisticated version of itself. Through the experience of both wanted and not. Find deep, authentic appreciation for all of that, which is your natural state of being, and discover what true inner peace is. And know that your true, authentic inner peace is the key to promoting external, global peace, global unity, global appreciation of all that is, solving your problems, moving through unwanted experiences, overcoming adversity, living in joy, celebrating the eternal beings that you are, here having a very temporary human experience. Imperfect by design, but expansive always. And take a moment and visualize, feel your energy from this high vibrational state that you've allowed yourself to travel to radiate across humanity, throughout the earth environment, and out into infinity. You are promoting global peace in your peaceful state of being. With much love.